Hey y'all, Rob the American here, and I am coming to you today from central London. And that's because a while back we were contacted by the good folks at the Bamford Watch Department, and they asked us if we wanted to come in, have a look around, and maybe have a chat with the director, George Bamford. Of course, I said yes, and that's why we're here, and I'm taking y'all with me. We've made it to Bamford Watch Department. Let's go on in. We've stepped into the inner sanctum. All right, y'all, I am sitting with George Bamford. George, thank you so much for having me in your space. I really appreciate it.
Thank you very much for coming.
Well, listen, when y'all contacted me and said, "Do you want to come in?" I was super excited to find out more, and here we are.
I'm so pleased that you came in. It's fabulous to have you here.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. So, a little bit of background. How long have y'all been here?
So we brought the building 7 years ago.
Okay.
Business began for 22 years.
Right.
And we brought the building, and I designed it, every element of it, to make sure that this was all for clients, client facing.
Right.
And that was our major thing, was actually making sure that everything worked for a client. So you're sitting in client room 1,
okay,
or client room 2, and both rooms have been designed to give that personal feeling of personalization.
Well, it feels more like, I don't know, like a lifestyle kind of place, as opposed to going into a jewelry store and looking at watches.
It has to feel a lot more relaxed, easy. The outside is outside, the inside is here, and you can focus on doing individual kind of personalization. That was one of our key things, was making it so then you felt like, actually I want to be in this environment.
Sure.
My thing about personalization, the personalization idea, is that you want people to feel comfortable.
Right.
You want it to feel, I look at quite a lot of watch brands, and they're very austere and saying, this is how we are. I don't believe in that way. I believe in that it is very much, customers can get on without us, we can't get on without them. So I wanted an environment where they'd feel comfortable and easy and relaxed. So
right.
That's why we built this space like this.
Well, it does have that kind of living room vibe, yeah. and I mean that in the best sort of way. All right, let's take it back a little bit. Where did you grow up, and
So UK. I'm a UK born and bred. Well, I actually wasn't. I was born in Baltimore, Maryland.
Were you?
Yeah, weirdest thing. But
So do you have American citizenship?
I used to.
Used to.
Yeah.
Okay.
Sadly, I gave it up, and I wish I hadn't. But you know, that's one of those things when you're young and dumb and then you don't realise actually that American passport was so damn cool.
Right.
So yeah, no. And I did university in the States, so I went to Parsons in New York. So,
Wow.
So I did 5 years there. That was a great, amazing experience. So for me, I've always had this love affair with America. So it's been always that.
Sure. Well, and I've been here a long time now, and I have dual citizenship now, which I'm so thankful for. And in terms of you in the watch world, how did that start, and how old were you or young were you when you?
Well, if some of your viewers may be bored of the conversation, but first ever watch I stripped was in 1995.
Okay.
And I got given it for Christmas, and by Boxing Day it was in pieces.
Right.
I'm dyslexic, so for me, I learn by doing.
Okay.
And so I used to take everything to bits and rebuild it, and so that's what I did with a Breitling Navitimer.
Right.
And that was my first ever kind of like, that was a light bulb moment. The first ever watch that made me go, oh, this is cool.
And how old were you?
Oh, it's probably about, I don't know, 12 or
12-ish.
12-ish.
Okay.
But my first light bulb moment of a watch that I was like, this is cool, is the original Formula One.
Right.
So I had a Formula One without a luminous dial, and I was like, this is so cool. And I kept on putting my torch on it at night and under the sheets and going, this is cool, this is cool. So that was kind of my first, like, hey, that was a cool watch.
Do you still have that watch?
No, I don't.
So
I gave it to a girlfriend, and I've been desperate to have it back. But anyway, it's
love makes you do crazy things.
I know, you just go, oh, but it's also the other thing, you go through the cycle of, did I miss out on that watch? And no, you know, I think it had its own story, and now there's other watches that have other stories.
When you were in college or university, as the Brits would say, did you feel like this was going to be your calling down the road, or was this just a hobby?
I thought I was going to be a photographer.
Right.
So I studied as a photographer.
At Parsons?
Yeah, photography and design.
Okay.
And I never, you know, this was my side hustle. You know, everyone has a side hustle, and this was my side hustle. And, you know, photography was I thought that was my path that I was going to be. You know, I was a master printer. I learned how to be a photographer.
Right.
And then I realized, I don't know, it was kind of like, what could we say, sliding door moments.
All right.
You know, I had these two paths in front of me, and you kind of go, oh, I'm going through this path, or I'm going through this path. And path one was going through carrying on being a photographer. But at that time, a recession had happened. And I built a photographic studios here in London. I still got it.
So you came back from New York and then set this.
So I came back. I was working out in New York. I worked on a lot of great photo shoots, some quite wild ones as well.
Did you just out of curiosity? Did you ever consider staying in the States and making that your home?
And yes, but now my girlfriend was here, and so I don't know. I just, you know, I'm very lucky. I realised that my heart beat a little bit faster when I was with her, so I was just like, honestly,
okay. You didn't have a master plan in terms of where you saw, you know,
a master plan.
Yeah.
No,
well, some people. Listen, I've talked to people, and they can see their whole life in front of them and have done everything leading up to that. And other people have the plan, and of course, life takes you to another place. I didn't know if it was just kind of a thing that just kind of happened as a
I believe in happenstance, and I believe that of course you create your own luck, but I also believe that, you know, things come along to you. And why I talk about sliding door or these two doors in front of you is because you can make your decisions. You can say, okay, and you know, some decisions you make and you go, Christ, why did I make that? And why did I do this? And,
Sure.
But others you go, well, actually, that was great. If I look back on it, that was an amazing decision. I mean, at the time, it was, you know, some of those decisions they were minuscule.
Right.
So those are the things where, you know, my master plan of my life. No, my life didn't turn out how my master plan was. If I told myself at I don't know 16, this is where you were going to be, I think I would have been like, no.
Sure.
You know, I
Sure.
thought actually I was going to be an engineer, and I thought I was going to be very much into engineering a lot more.
Right.
And you know, but this is the
path that you.
I think we all go down different paths,
Right.
and I don't regret anything in my past.
Okay.
I really don't, because it's got me to sit here today chatting to you.
So you believe that whatever you do takes you to a certain place that you're meant to be.
Well, to
In
a
a
degree.
certain sense.
To a degree. What I would say to you is, you make your decisions.
Right.
So you are, you know, A or B, or blue pill and red pill. You know, you can choose what you want in life. But what I would say to you is, you should never regret the past, because that is taking you to right today. I'm sitting here chatting to you in a wonderful environment in London. We're safe, secure.
Right.
We feel, you know, to a degree, I've got my health. You know, you've got your health, and we're very lucky, and we've got people watching on their screen, so they're lucky.
Well, hopefully they're watching.
So I bet they've got a coffee and whatever. So they're doing better than quite a lot of people in the world. So
Right.
you know, we are very lucky in that scenario. So when I look at it, is I don't regret the past, because if you regret the past, you're constantly trying to correct it, and you can't. This is where you're going.
Well, I mean, what you've said has kind of triggered something in me, in the sense that if somebody had said to me, Rob, you're going to in a few years you're going to be sitting in next to you chatting about watches on a YouTube channel, I would have said, it would not have made sense. It made sense to me, and yet here I am.
So I'm kind of like, where's the business plan for you to go, or the life plan on that? I love traveling. I travel most weeks. I'm on a plane, so I've come back from a trip recently. That's probably why I'm a little bit
Out of sorts.
I need about 6 caffeines into me, but but the thing is, I travel the whole time, and I used to knock the bezel of a GMT watch. So what I wanted to do is have an internal rotating bezel.
Okay.
So then I designed this. Now this is a later version of the watch. The first watch came in steel, and this is the GMT. This is a Bamford GMT.
I noticed this one. Actually, you would have seen. You saw me try this on before we got
so
started
that's the
filming.
titanium case. And for me, this was dual time zone GMT with Sleater SW330 movement. And I wanted something that I never could hit the bezel. And then we did my version of a field watch, titanium again.
Yeah, I really like this one.
And so this for me was.
Oh, I really like the hands on this.
Yeah, I think you call them pencil hands.
Yeah, they're awesome. Very interesting. They give it really a personality where it doesn't look like anything else.
And then recently, we launched our brand new D300.
I've seen it. I've seen this on Instagram quite a bit.
This is our blue ceramic.
These are really good looking.
So this is the know-how. If you put now the 4 watches together, this puts the know-how of those 4 watches together. So new materials. It's ceramic. So there's blue, white, green, and black. Yeah.
If you weren't wearing one of your own brands, your own watches, what would you have on your wrist?
Oh, I love that. Every weekend I put on other brands watches on my wrist. So every weekend I make a point of going to my safe and finding something weird and putting it on my wrist, because I feel that you can understand how other designers have done stuff. You can also understand other materials. This weekend I wore a Revolution Bell & Ross watch that was done with Silverstein, and I just loved how the hands are. I love how the design is. So for me, that was one of those things. And then I've got a very crazy Tudor that I put on as well this weekend.
Do you have a Grail watch?
Grail watch?
Yeah. Do you have a watch that you don't have in your collection that you think, God, I wish I had that? It doesn't have to be for any reason.
I do. I have an Eleanor. What I would say is an Eleanor. And if anyone knows that reference, Gone in 60 Seconds, the movie, it's this Ford that you kind of, keeps on trying to steal, and every time it goes wrong. I don't try and steal it, but there is a Tag Heuer Monaco called Dark Lord, and I have been desperate to buy one for years, and every time I've just about to buy it, something happens.
Right.
And so I've just given up now.
Okay.
The price has gone way too high. I'm not going there anymore.
What is the best way for folks to find out more about you, about your watches?
So, okay, come on. Our Instagram is bamfordwatchdepartment.com. Bamford Watch Department is the Instagram. Bamford London is the Instagram. And our website is bamfordwatchdepartment.com, bamfordlondon.com. So it's very simple. And yeah, come and check it out. Come and, I can't wait to see your wrist shots as well. At us in a wrist shot and see what's happening.
And if folks are welcome to come to you, this lounge.
Come into the Hive and come and see us.
Right, and just make an appointment. Appointment online.
Online, come and message us and say, hey, I want to come and hang out.
There you go. You won't be disappointed. This is George Bamford. Thank you so much for having me in your space. This has been such a treat.
Well, I've enjoyed every minute of it. Thank you very much.
Excellent, excellent. All right, y'all. That's going to be it for me today from Bamford Watch Department. Wow, what a treat we had today. Of course, we've got huge thank yous to George and to Caroline, and everybody here have been so welcoming, so friendly. Definitely come on down and check them out. And if you enjoyed this video, please give it a like and subscribe to my channel. And by all means, leave a comment down below on your thoughts on anything we've talked about or you've seen today. And join me again for some more Watch Talk. Y'all take good care.